Hello guys, Blade here. We are going to discuss the first Void Titan build from our Void Titan build series, and this is my number one Void Titan favorite build that I like to use the most, and this build specifically is based on GM and to doing lost sectors, any master content that involves champions. So this build shines in these type of content, especially GMs and lost sectors. So we are going to learn the Peregrine Greaves, how to use them, and I'm going to review my gameplay on the Master Lost sector with this build. So with Peregrine Greaves, you have to be in air and you have to equip the shoulder charge right here. So when you have shoulder charge and offensive bulwark together, you can one-shot any single champion in the game. So with this boots, exotic boots right here, you can use to deal damage when activated in the air and when you damage mini boss, tormentors or champions. Any of these you can get back instantly your shoulder charge. So this build right here we are going to do the master lost sector on Savathun Throne World, and this build can one shot any type of champion in this game. It struggles against unstoppable sometimes due to ignition stuns and freeze stuns, but it works okay. The Vex Calibur is the most important part of this build because you really need it to have overshield. So when you have overshield with Vex Calibur like this, so this is my Vex Calibur right here, and you can see it has charging its energy passively 1% energy each second, and when you use your slave mode it gives you overshields. So here is, so I just clear the first section right here with my void grenade, and I'm using Vex Calibur, and after that I am going to instantly use Vex Calibur and the finisher. So here I used my commemoration. You can use any machine gun here to make any one of these finishable. So this is finishable right here, and I am going towards him, and I'm spamming right now my finisher button. So as soon as I get to him, I use finisher, and I am also using the shield on my finisher, so I cannot die. And devour is active, so it means when I finish this guy right here, my health that is going to be like here, and it going to be like on max. So let's see. Right here you can see I procced instantly. That's why I think Vex Calibur is the best. You can see I immediately after using finisher I pulled off my Vex Calibur uh, right here, and I used its clave energy to give myself overshield. So I am invisible. I have now the overshield, and now I am going to one-shot this barrier champion right here. I have Peregrine Strike active right now, and then I immediately use finisher on this acolyte right here to get invisible again. I still have my overshield right here. You can see the blue line right here. It means you have overshield. So I build up the momentum to sprint to go to this barrier champion right here. I build up the momentum so that I started sprinting. And right now you can sometimes it is you must not see this buff right here because after whenever you are in air for zero point 0.5 second this buff activates, but when you have so much buffs going right here, this does not show for some reason. So you must not depend on this buff mark right here. So right now we have Peregrine streak active, and we also have a little bit of this void overshield, and offensive bulwark is active. So if you have overshield like this, you are just going to kill this barrier, and boom, is whenever you kill when you have offensive bulwark, you immediately get overshield again with that kill. Here I throw void grenade to, it was useless. I should have thrown it right here, but it is okay. Here, that's why I use machine gun with this build, because you can clear ads with this thing. And now I know after that the activity knowledge also counts for this build. So after I kill every acolyte, a hive, what do we call it? Oh shit, I forgot what do we call it. The hive wizard, yeah, the hive wizard is going to spawn right here. So we are going to kill it immediately up. I build up momentum right here. Right here, I am building up momentum to sprint. Right here, I am sprinting now. I am in the air. You can see 4 buffs. Peregrine is not available right here, the mark, but I know it is active because I am in air for 1 second. It is done. Here I am invisible and I know there is barrier somewhere right here. So I am going to kill this barrier champion with almost that amount of overshield. And then here is the barrier. I'm going to be this way to keep up the buff. If I touch the ground, I have to reactivate. So here I touch the ground and now I have to reactivate it. That's why I jumped again. And because I just left, I just came from the corner, enemies are not shooting me immediately and I am also invisible. So void invisibility only 1 second, and in that second I turn around and kill this barrier like this. So you can see the damage number right here, 526. So it is enough to kill every single champion in the game. But remember again, you must have this void overshield to get that damage and kill. And Peregrine streak was also active right here. Okay, I ignored these ads. Now we are going to the next. So the next part is about unstoppable champions, which is a bit messed up because unstoppable champions sometimes is not stunned. It is stun animation, but it is not an actual stun. And it happens sometimes with ignitions when you stun unstoppable with ignition, freeze, and Polaris lance. These three, ignition is sometimes better way to stun, but Polaris and freeze stun sometimes does not stun unstoppable champion. Like it does like stun lock them, but their HP bar does not go away with one shot even if they are stunned. As you can see right here, when I am where so 1 second ago I literally have my uh, Peregrine strike active, and I don't know where did. So I don't know if it was like I touched the ground or the stun was not okay. It was one of these problems. So it usually gets messed up, and I mess up most of the time while dealing with Unstoppable, especially with Cabal Unstoppable, because it has magma bag behind its back, and when you insta kill it, it explodes. So it kills you with it. So Unstoppables are a little bit hard to deal with this build, but not that bad. It's okay. So I am going to kill it anyway. So the Vex Calibur saves me here. So right here, you noticed what happened. So the ad was near the unstoppable champions, but the reason I still have my melee after this is because I'm running controlled demolition. When you are running controlled demolition, if the unstoppable also gets suppressed and volatile by your control demolition, it returns your melee somehow, and it registers the add hit as it hit the champion. So that's also a contribution of control demolition to this build. Sometimes you mess up by hitting an add near the champion. You can just have your melee back. It also happens if you are not running the control demolition, but with control demolition it is more consistent because everything in that area counts as the champion. Due to running control demolition, its range increases to 4 to 5 meters, or whatever the range it has near the champion. So I messed up. I killed the ad and had the overshield. So now here you can see why I run Vex Calibur. It is also a mini boss, this light acolyte, and as the boot says, it immediately returns your melee energy when you hit mini boss, so it counts as a mini boss. So it will return my melee, and I am going to kill him with that melee. So 560, yeah, this is dead. This is master level. Hive Knight, it is immediately dead due to Peregrine strike. Here I was trying to activate Killing Tally and deal some damage to the boss. And now I'm going to use a weakening grenade, I think. And immediately after that, I am going to use my super for boss damage. Is dead. Now we have two barrier champions left, and we are going to do the same tactic again. I am going to make one of these finishable so I can get invis, and immediately after that I can go to barrier champion and finish it. So it is finishable. Now I'm going to use finisher on. that barrier is dead. I had that void over shield. That's why it is dead right now. Got invis again, and I'm starting to build up momentum for sprinting, and I know the barrier is somewhere here. I turn around and I think I hit it. Yeah, now I'm in the air for 1 second. Peregrine is not here. The buff statement, the mark is not here, but I know it is active. And boom, there goes the barrier champion because I had offensive bulwark again, the same damage number. This damage number is, I think, due to controlled demolition, I guess. I don't know, but it is what it is. Now using machine gun again to clear the ads and deal with enemies that are at long range. So one thing to notice with this build is that try always have to you must have the void energy in your glaive, the glaive energy, so you can activate immediately in any after any engagement, so you can kill instantly any champions near you or around you. So that's how that build, and I think this is really solid build. I still have half energy, and you can see this build has really good ammo economy. I am creating finishers. Oh, sorry, special ammo for both of my weapons when I am using finisher. So you use finisher a lot with this build. So you almost have maximum ammo. Look at, you can see I have ended the lost sector and I still have 3 armor charge, max ammo for both of these weapons, and almost 80% ammo in my commemoration. So that's the reason the ammo economy gets very better when you use your shoulder charge to kill any champion. For boss DPS, we are using Twilight Arsenal. You can also use grenade launcher instead of commemoration, depending on the GM you are using it in. So that's how you play with your blah 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 Peregrine Grief build, etc. So that's how you use your Peregrine Greaves build, and in GMs where ads spawn in density, like in the Moon GM and in the what it is GM name, the Birthplace of Vile. In these two GMs, you can use this grenade launcher to immediately wipe full group of ads if you know their pre-spawn location. You can just stand there and wait for them and immediately wipe them with chain reaction, explosive flight, edge transit, or any explosive flight, void grenade launcher, or the rocket launcher. So you can you can use any ad clear weapon depending on the situation on the GM. Vex Calibur is, in my opinion, the best with this. Yes, a lot of people say Slayer Fang can give you Void over Shield, but these ways are not consistent. Even the edge of action is not consistent because you have to charge it to the max to create bubble. So this is just so good with this build. Like after every finisher, as I showed you, you can immediately proc overshield, and with little 10 to 20% overshield, you just go to champion and finish it. So that's the gameplay loop I showed you, and this was the Master Lost Sector gameplay, but I also have uploaded many GM runs with this build you can find on my YouTube. I hope you like this build. If you are new light or if you are a returning player, I know Destiny is not in good state right now, but I love to play Titan and I want to everyone to be a Titan main. But I just like it. I also love some of the builds on Hunter and Warlock, which we will cover later, but this is the first build of our Void Sentinel Titan series. I hope you guys like it, and in the next video, we are going to showcase the Hoyle build. This one is going to be part of our next build series, Void Titan video. Have a nice day. Enjoy this build. Bye bye. Beep.